Boom! Look at that gorgeous fish.
That's so pretty.
Guys, what's going on? Today, me and my wife Tori are going up to a mountain lake here in Oregon. It's an old volcano that formed a caldera, and the lake has filled in where the volcano erupted. And today we are going to be going after rainbow trout and brown trout. We're going to try and do a catch and cook, and we're going to see what kind of fish are in the water up there. This lake actually holds the state record here in Oregon for the biggest brown trout caught. I don't know the exact weight or length of that fish, but I do know the state record fish was in this lake. I mean, and look how beautiful it is out here. We've got the Cascade Mountain Range in the background. We are going east in Oregon right now, and we are going to see what kind of fish we can catch. We'll see you on the water.
Excited to have you along. Finally out here. Finally made it. That's so sick.
Let's catch some fish. I think we're almost in a perfect spot.
Yeah, I agree. Right around here. I would say like anywhere between here and like over there.
All right, guys. I missed Tori's take, but she's got a fish on already. Beautiful little rainbow. Boom. Look at that gorgeous fish.
That's so pretty.
All right. And that is he swallowed the hook, so we're going to go ahead and put him out of his misery real quick. We're going to keep this fish, and we will do a catch and cook with him. Nice job, Tori.
Yay.
All right, guys, we're just going to put this guy out of his misery real quick so he doesn't have to suffer more than he needs to. All right. And he is out just like that. All right, guys, this is Tori's setup. We just have a water bobber, so you fill that up with water to the desired weight to help get casting distance. Down to 3 split shot, evenly spaced about 6 inches apart. Just down to a trusty night crawler. And again, she's already caught 1 fish. There he is right there. With this method within the first 5 minutes. So we're going to see if we can't get another one. The limit on this lake is 5 trout per day, with no limit on the size. I think maybe you can only keep 1 over 20 inches, but other than that, 5 trout a day, no limit on size. Tori, go ahead and get this thing back in the water.
Okay, which way should I go?
Wherever you want. And I am going to try out my spinning rod first. It's just an Akuma Salilo with a Akumo reel, a Kaimar C2500A. And And I'm just going to be throwing this black and gold panther martin for a couple casts and see if we can get any bites. Just let it sink for a couple seconds. I think we're in about 10-15 feet of water. And then we're going to do a pretty quick retrieve. Hit the boat. Again, just letting that panther martin sink a little bit. Tori's got her bobber back in the water. She's trying to catch another fish before I even get one. Guys, we've literally been here for maybe 15 minutes. Tori had that fish within 5 minutes of us being in the boat. I think I might have to switch over to a bobber and a worm. It's old reliable, huh?
Oh yeah. Tried and true.
Because they are not coming after the panther martin and I'm just catching weeds.
That is
Alright guys, I'm finally rigging myself up a bobber pole. Again, all I'm using is the same water float. You just put water in right here to adjust the weight and your line just slides right through it before you tie your hook on or anything. It's a little bit tricky. You have to go in like perfectly straight. There we go. Now this moves up and down your line until you twist this top part and it creates tension and then it doesn't slide anymore. We're going to put a hook on now. All I'm using is this tiny little bait hook. It's a mosquito hook. I can't remember the size off the top of my head, but it's like the smallest one you can buy. A fish just jumped right off to the side, so Tori's gonna cast over there. I'm gonna leave the GoPro running and see if she can't get on another fish while I'm tying up this rod. Boom. Now we got our hook on. Tag end is off, and just remember, all your tag ends can just go right back in your bag or in your boat, just so you're not leaving anything in the water. We want to keep this as wild as possible. And now I'm just going to attach 3 split shot up the line. I'm using 4-pound fluorocarbon to a 30-pound braid. The braid I'm using is the Addicted Fishing braid. All right, finally I'm ready to get going. Here you go. Oh, here. All right, I'm just using half a worm, and the way I like to do it, poke the worm and then just get it sliding up the hook like so. Kind of cover up where your knot's at, and then you've just got a delicious worm dangling ready to be munched by a trout. I'm fishing about 5 feet deep. Perfect. Oh, right there. Did you guys see that? It's right in front of us. Don't spook him with the splash. Okay. That was a big fish. I saw his whole back. Bobber down. Oh, Tori's got a fish on. Let's go. That's another one. Ooh, it's peeling some drag. Okay, move around. I'll grab the net. Nice. Oh, that's a good fish. Another big trout. Oh, get him away from the boat. There we go. That's another fish in the boat. Let's go. That's a thick trout. That's a football. Oh my gosh.
That's a really pretty fish.
Trout number 2. Fist bump the camera. Boom. Beautiful fish, beautiful wife. That is the spot, right in those reeds. Guys, this is what these trout are eating out here. This is a little mountain leech. And for fly fishermen, this is a great thing to take note of if you want to come out here. Just a black leech imitator would probably be money out here. If I didn't have to row this boat so often, I would be tying up the fly rod with a leech right now. But we're going to keep fishing these worms because they're working for Tori. So
Yeah,
next time we'll try some fly fishing. All right, guys, these are the 2 fish that Tori caught. Unfortunately, I got skunked today. We were only out on the water for about 2 hours before the wind really picked up, and it was just too much work for me to try and row the boat and keep us on a path where we could also fish at the same time. But next time we come out, we're gonna have a trolling motor, a little electric thing. But what I wanna do right now is show you guys just a quick, easy way to clean these trout. It's super easy. We just rinsed them off in the water, and then right down here below the 2 tail fins, there's this little butthole. All you wanna do is turn your knife upwards, get in, and just start cutting straight up the stomach, all the way up to right underneath the chin, and then right here behind the gill plate, behind his head, just cut straight down through the spine. And once you do that, you can get your hand in there and everything comes out in one piece. You can return it to the lake, and then the crawdads can feed on that. And then really quick, we're going to do a quick rinse on this guy. And then right here, a lot of people call this the bloodline. This is actually the fish's kidney. All you have to do, give that a quick score, and then run your finger from back to front and just push all that right out on both sides. Rinse them out. Make sure you get most of that out of there. And there you have it, a clean trout that's ready to be cooked. We're gonna take both of these guys home because the weather is really hot and it's getting pretty windy. So we want to get out of the woods. We'll take these guys home and we'll cook them up for you there. We'll see you at the house.
Look how cute. Oh my god. Look how fun. Bye. Bye, buddy. Bye, buddy.
He's so cute.
Bye, buddy.
2 fish and a new friend.
Look at us.
All right, guys, we're gonna start cooking up this trout at home. Here's our ingredients. We have some shiitake mushrooms, avocado, lime, and cilantro. And here's our fish, looking gorgeous, nice and clean. We left the skin on, but we took the tail fin, all the pectoral fins, and the heads off to get cooking. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some avocado oil into our cast iron and let that get up to temperature. Next thing we're gonna do is just add our shiitake mushrooms to that avocado oil that's been heating up in the cast iron, and we're gonna give these a good mix. We're not gonna season them yet. After they've cooked for a little bit, we're just gonna add some of our sea salt to the pan and our mushrooms. And we're gonna add some garlic powder. We're going to use a generous amount here. I really like the flavor of garlic powder on this mushroom. And we're going to finish it off with some onion powder. And just a little bit of pure ground black pepper. Once we got all our seasonings in the pan here, we're just going to give these mushrooms a quick mix with our wooden spoon. And while those mushrooms are seasoning and soaking up all the flavor, we're going to take our corn tortillas and throw them in a skillet and just heat them up. It doesn't take very long to heat up these corn tortillas. We just want to get them pliable, basically, so that they're ready to be made into tacos. So as you can see here, I'm just rotating them on the heat until I can feel them soften up and get a little more pliable. And once we're done heating up the tortillas, we're just gonna take them and transfer them into a paper towel on a paper plate so that they stay warm and soft. Our mushrooms are looking great. We're just gonna finish them off by throwing in some Pelican Brewing Mexican lager to deglaze our cast iron and just add a little bit more flavor to these mushrooms. Look at the beautiful color on these mushrooms as they're cooking up so nicely. I can't wait to throw these in with the trout and make tacos with this. And of course, you can't use a little bit of beer to deglaze without saving some for yourself. This Pelican Brewing Mexican lager is delicious. Now that the mushrooms are done, we're going to set them aside. We're going to hit the pan again with some avocado oil for the fish so we can fry that up nice and crispy as well. Just going to kind of move the oil around the pan, get it coating everywhere. That way our fish don't stick too bad to the pan while we're cooking them. And we're going to walk over to the counter, grab our fish. I can't believe how beautiful these rainbows are out of this lake, man. They're so healthy, they're so fat, they're eating good up there. The meat is a beautiful color, just a light shade of pink. And we're going to take these trout and just press them into the pan. Make sure that that skin is getting a nice sear on it. And to our fish, we are going to add just some sea salt to the outside. And we're also going to hit it with some of my favorite fish seasoning, Old Bay. I mean, it's tried and true. It's a classic. It tastes good on any seafood or fish for this matter. This wasn't from the sea. This is a freshwater fish, but add some Old Bay liberally to the outside. And then once one side is done, flip them over. Look at how crispy and golden brown that skin is. That looks delicious. This one stuck to the pan a little bit. I must not have used enough oil, but that's okay. It's still gonna taste good regardless. Fish is cooking through beautifully. And once the fish is done, you can tell it's done by just being able to pull out the pin bones like this in the rib cage. The meat should fall right off the bone, and then we're gonna mix that fish in with our shiitake mushrooms that we fried up earlier as well, and make a nice cohesive mixture of mushroom and trout. And these two things go perfectly together. Here you can see I'm just mixing them together into one big pile. Oh, looks like some got off the paper plate. Compliments to the chef, delicious. Now we're gonna build these tacos. Corn tortilla goes down on the plate. We're gonna add our mushroom and trout mixture right onto the tortilla. And we're gonna use a liberal amount here. Lots of flavor in this fish and in these mushrooms, and we don't wanna miss any of that. So we're gonna add a bunch of that. Next, we're gonna hit it with a slice of avocado, some healthy fats. Next, we're gonna add my favorite salsa, which is just this Willie's black bean and corn salsa. It's so good. Hit that with some cilantro. A little bit of shredded Mexican cheese. Posey's hungry down there. Look at her. The dog is eyeballing the cheese. And finish it off with just a nice squeeze of lime. And the tacos are ready to be devoured. Look at how gorgeous this looks, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming fishing with us up at that mountain lake. Tori and I are gonna devour these delicious trout tacos right here. Cheers. So messy.
Oh god.
Mmm.
It's so good.
So much flavor. That fish is delicious. So clean, so fresh. I mean, we literally just caught it about an hour and a half ago. Thank you guys again so much for coming fishing with us and hanging out with us on the boat today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more fishing and outdoor adventure videos coming to you soon. We're going to take these tacos down, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.